Oh my gosh, the St. Lawrence River is right behind me. I'm in Quebec Maritime, about to embark on an amazing, unforgettable 7-day foodie road trip of the Gaspé Peninsula. Our first stop is Côte Est, a restaurant in Kamouraska. It has an amazing boutique for foodies. Everything on sale are unique products made within the region. You can find cheese, charcuterie, wine, birch syrup, maple syrup. They also have a beautiful outdoor back patio that overlooks the St. Lawrence River, a little cocktail bar, and patio to enjoy beautiful views. Look, there's Sarah just having her Sound of Music moment. We're so excited to start this trip. You can even sit down on a Adirondack chair and watch the river come in and out during the tide. Now let's head into the restaurant where we're gonna hop up at the bar, have a sip of orange wine, and we ordered the mushroom stuffed guinea fowl, local snow crab with peas and mint, and pork rillette with local maple syrup. Delish. We drove an hour away to the town of Auclair to check out Domaine Vallier Robert, a must for any maple syrup lover. This is a sugar shack that creates and produces Quebec's most unique product, alcoholic beverages made with maple syrup. You can see that they have racking for sparkling style bottles like you'd see in champagne. So they make a sparkling wine, they make a normal kind of flat, what would be similar to a white wine, as well as crèmes, which are like liqueurs, which are the shorter bottles on the right. Highly recommend a visit because it's so unique to sample a product that's 100% made of fermented maple syrup. These ones are actually aged in casks, so they're perfect for a Scotch lover, and you can go home with a can of maple syrup that they sell from amber to dark. We've arrived in Rimouski and we're heading to Avec. It is owned by a sommelier, and you can tell from the interior it is an adorably cute spot, really popular with locals. If you're a wine lover, come here to let the sommelier introduce you to a few new bottles you may have never tried. Cheers to Rimouski! We've just arrived at Cantine Sante-Flavie. We are going to have their famous poutine that is topped with tiny little Nordic shrimp. Let's check it out. It's all served in this tiny little casse-croûte with picnic tables for dining. We arrived just minutes before it opened and there was already a line of locals. You can hop up and order through a window. We sat down by a picnic table with great views of the St. Lawrence River. Now let's take a bite. So sitting on picnic tables here, and I ordered the shrimp roll. So it's kind of like a lobster roll with like little Nordic shrimp. And then of course, this place has an iconic poutine topped with Nordic shrimp. So let's give this a try. Oh my god, it's so hot. You can see I need some more French fries in here. Look at that. French fries and shrimp. Oh, Sarah's gonna go in and have the shrimp. Look at that shrimp roll. Is it delicious? Our next stop is Distillerie Cap-Chat, which recently opened, and it specializes in premium gins where most of the botanicals are sourced locally in the Gaspésie region. The owner gave us a lovely tour of the back. You can see they have a beautiful copper still. There's also a great boutique and a tasting area. We sipped and swirled every single one of these gins, as well as their limoncello. My favorite was their liqueurs, that strawberry, raspberry, and even olive oil. Really interesting flavor profiles. We've now arrived in the adorable town of Sainte-Anne-des-Monts, and we are at Couleur Chocolat, which is a local chocolate factory. They sell really premium chocolates and truffles and bars. They're all made right on site, and they're the perfect addition to any road trip. Obviously need something to snack on. In the summer months, they make really fabulous soft serve ice cream. So I have a vanilla ice cream with a chocolate almond dip, and your dip is what?
Dark chocolate.
72% signature. Oh my god. Oh.
So good.
So good. But the covering is like chewy. The chocolate is excellent. It's a perfectly sunny day, and this was a good decision. We've just arrived at Panora in Sainte-Anne-des-Monts. It's one of the coolest accommodations on the trip. They're pod hotels on the St. Lawrence. Let's take a step in and check it out. When we turn right, there is a nice bedroom. And then look at this dining area. Look at this insane view of the St. Lawrence River. We've got a family room with a kitchen, an espresso machine. Guys, this is next level. Come through here, there's another bedroom and then a beautiful bathroom. So Sarah's out here just living the life. What an amazing, look at her view. We're gonna wake up in the morning and this is our view of the St. Lawrence River. And tonight, we've got a hot tub. The sun is about to set and we're gonna do a little cheer. Sarah, come on over. Ding! Ah, it's so gorgeous. We're on the St. Lawrence River at sunset in a jacuzzi, sipping wine, living our best lives. Really am falling in love with Gaspé Peninsula, aren't you?
Oh, it's amazing.
Magnifique.
Très magnifique.
Très excellent. We have baguette. We have charcuterie, 3 different cheeses from Quebec, some apples, some dried peaches, some gherkins, olives, rhubarb chutney, and duck rillette with cranberries and brandy. So the sun is setting on the St. Lawrence. Look at this view. Come in here and you'll see that Sarah and I are just starting our amazing local dinner. We're having some sips of wine and charcuterie cheese. It's just like the most amazing view. We've just arrived in Gaspé where it is pouring rain. So we ran into Bise, which is a really popular pub in town that does live music. We are going to order a lobster club sandwich, classic poutine, and local Quebecois cider. Take a look at this poutine. This is classic. We're gonna dive in there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, it's so decadent. And the cheese curds are so nice and soft. The gravy's like a chicken based. With some cider. This is a lobster club sandwich, like a classic club sandwich, but with lobster salad. Oh, it's so fresh. There's some lobster. Perfect. For dinner in Gaspé, we went to a new restaurant called SeaFlower. It's a really cute and cozy space. The dining room is chic. It's clearly a popular spot for date night, and we hopped up at the bar so that we could have a chef's table and watch the bartender make our drinks and the chef put together our meal. We ordered a Quebecois cheese board with chutneys, plump meatballs with tomato sauce, a pizza topped with spicy meatballs, and a rhubarb meringue dessert, which was delish. The following morning, we left Gaspé to drive to Percé, and you can hear those rolling waves of the Gulf of St. Lawrence. And just look at that beautiful view that you encounter. That's the Percé Rock, really famous. You must take a photo, and there's giant lobsters. First stop was Caribou Pub, where we had lunch. It's a popular craft brewery with a beautiful interior. You can see that they have a bar, so in the evenings they do live music. Really great place if you want to enjoy nightlife when you're in Percé. The dining room has beautiful views that overlook the beach, and we ordered a flight of craft beer, a poutine topped with creamy lobster salad, and crispy snow crab fritters. Let's dig in. And I'm gonna get my nice little bite in here. Just scoop it all up. Look at this giant cheese curd. Get some lobster in there. Some lobster in there. Oh my god. It's amazing. This is a plate of snow crab fritters. I'm gonna do a little snow crab fritter bite. Oh, it's good. It's like spicy mayo. Because we're at a craft brewery, you're gonna finish it off with a little beer. Percé is without a doubt the top travel destination in the Gaspésie region. We only had one night here, and there's so many great restaurants, we decided to have 2 back-to-back dinners because why not? The interior of Buvette Terrace has a fabulous retro chic cocktail bar vibe. We sat up at the bar, chatted with the mixologist, enjoyed 2 cocktails while nibbling on crudité and a shrimp cocktail. It's a great way to enjoy a pre-dinner sip and nibble. We skipped over to the street to Restaurant La Maison de Pêcheur, which is ranked as one of the best restaurants in the entire region, and I have to say it was one of my top 3 favorite meals of the entire trip. We skipped up to the top where you can see in the building there's this amazing loft where there's additional dining. The windows, as we peek through here, you can see have dining below, but also in the summer months, a huge patio overlooking the beach. So if you're coming in the warm months, definitely book a patio seat. We ordered 2 cocktails. Sarah is sipping out of a whale's mouth, and I ordered a Negroni with seaweed. They brought out a complimentary cracker and creamy fish dip, and I ordered the lobster tail, and then we ordered their fabulous signature dish called the Trident. The dessert you must order is the sugar pie. It is just a heart attack on a plate, but it will make any sweet tooth delighted. It has this little maple vibe. They top it with this crumbly deliciousness, and it's perfectly enjoyed with a pot of tea or a cup of espresso or cappuccino before you waddle home and snooze your calories away. The following morning, we headed to Percé's most popular brunch spot, Maison Mathilde. It's got an amazing location. We're gonna skip through the bar into the dining room. You can see from the outdoor patio filled with fresh flowers. There's a beautiful view overlooking the Gulf of St. Lawrence and the beach, and that's Percé Rock in the distance. Starting off with a latte, we ordered the signature Quebecois breakfast, which is roasted potatoes, eggs, ham, bacon, sausage, creton, and fresh fruit. Sarah was looking to get a bit healthy, so we ordered a fruit-stuffed pancake with maple syrup. Yes! After breakfast, we drove to Bonaventure to visit Ferme Bordages Tradition. They are a family strawberry farm that has developed an amazing technique to make strawberry wines and aperitif and spirits. So you can see they have a great farmer's market inside as well as a cafe. They sell tons of strawberry jams and fruit pies and frozen things you can take home. I got a tour by the owner to see how they actually prepare their very unique strawberry wines and spirits. So they have a little tasting area on a piano at the very front of the shop. We highly recommend trying everything. You can have a rhubarb strawberry wine, which is my absolute favorite, and highly recommend you take one to take home. And they also do really sweet liqueurs. Cheers to strawberries. Just down the road, we drove to Distillerie des Margots, which is a fabulous distillery that produces really premium gins as well as aged whiskeys. We hopped up at the tasting area to enjoy sips through all of their very unique gins. If you're a gin fan, you must go to this distillery. We arrived in Carleton to visit Le Naufragier Microbrewery, which has an amazing front patio and a retail shop where you can take all of their craft beers home. We hopped up at the bar, talked to the bartender about some of the best beers, and we did a tasting of 4 different beers. One of my favorites was their sour raspberry. We are at Refford Gardens. Look at this beautiful garden. We are taking a little lunch break. We're gonna get a quick tour of the gardens and then have lunch at their on-site cafe. If you are a flower lover or garden fan and green thumb, a trip to Refford Gardens, also known as Jardin de Métis, is an absolute must. It has over 3,000 species and varieties of plants, including the famous Himalayan blue poppy, which can be found and discovered through dozens of gardens. The International Garden Festival was taking place when we were visited, so we popped by before heading to Buffdom Bistro for our delicious lunch. It's just located right beside the gift shop at the gardens. It has a spacious dining room with lots of sun-soaked areas and a patio outside if the weather's nice. You can order lots of homemade pastries. They do about 3 sandwiches, soups, and salads, so it's a great affordable option for a breakfast or lunch. We started off with an espresso, cookie, and muffin, and then had 2 different salads, which is a cold slaw and orzo, and their sandwich of the day. Check out this porchetta sandwich at this amazing cafe on a pretzel bun with all this cheese. Have a bite. That night we arrived in St-Paccom and checked into Auberge comme au premier jour. It's a very famous boutique hotel that has tons of awards for its menus that promote local ingredients and local producers. So that night we went to the dining room and enjoyed a really lovely romantic dinner with a chicken dish and lots of root vegetables and a pizza topped with local wild boar and rhubarb top cake. On our last day of the tour, we started off by drinking. We spent the morning at Vignoble Kamouraska. The owner and her cute dog took us for a walk in the back of their property where we got to check out all of these really unique local berries. They also have tons of raspberry bushes, which you can see here, rhubarb, pear trees. Once we finished our little nature walk, we came back into the microbrewery style tasting room where she poured us all of their top sippers. My favorite was the cherry liqueur. They also have a top seller, which is a rhubarb raspberry wine. You also want to make sure to try out the sparkling. It's perfect for a celebration, like your last day of a tour. Our road trip of Gaspé is come to a close. Our last stop is Poissonnerie Lanzier. We're going to have a lobster roll and a smoked meat poutine. Let's do it. We finished our tour with a cherry on top. This family-run business is a fishery that sells its seafood products in a retail shop and also has a bistro. So you can see you can pop by here and take home or to your Airbnb a meal fit for a king. They've got lobster and Nordic shrimp and tons of locally smoked seafood products. At the bistro, you'll see locals line up to place their order. This is a shot of their most famous dish, which is a seafood top poutine. Let's head out on the picnic table and have a feast. So biting into my last meal, we have this gorgeous lobster roll with a salad. And then my last poutine of the trip had to be a smoked meat poutine topped with a dill pickle. Look at that. Look at this. I'm gonna grab a bit of the smoked meat. I'm gonna get a bit of the cheese curds and a bit of those French fries. Take a look. This is the situation. Oh my god. I have to say, you need to plan a road trip of Quebec to eat every poutine you can find on a menu because the dish is very versatile. You've seen seafood on top, smoked meat. Oh, it's great. I'm an absolute poutine lover. And also, of course, we have to show you this lobster roll situation. It's so fresh. It's got celery, scallions, some mayo, some lemon. Quebec Maritime. Perfect for seafood lovers.